Late Night Grin. Also, what does that name mean?
Good evening, folks, and welcome. Welcome back to the Late Night Grin, but I should say welcome to a very special edition of the Late Night Grin, a very historic edition. That's right, we finally lost it completely. Whatever was left, we've lost it, because it's time for the first part of a historic adventure in which, to the request of no one, not a soul suggested it. You know, definitely didn't demand it. We have decided that it is important, you know, almost a year after our reboot here, that we have ourselves the LNG Hall of Fame. Tonight is the first step of that process. It's going to be extensive. Let's be honest, it could be emotional, couldn't it? It could be. Anything could happen. And I have an expert panel, as always. We have the Oracle of Wrestling waiting in the way. He'll be here shortly. He's just preparing his list and getting ready to go, doing his squats before the match. But I mean, look at the quartet in front of you as we wait. Confirm, shoot.
Hello.
It must be said, this is a special. I mean, having you on the Friday show is a big deal these days, right?
Yeah. I mean, folks, the check that was delivered to my door.
Yeah, it's true.
Yesterday.
I saw it. Yeah.
So I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, I can't promise a lot of effort. That wasn't laid out in the deal. I was just told I had to be here.
True.
So here I am. You know, not behind the paywall, which is dangerous. I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things, which may or may not come out throughout the evening. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you're not familiar with me, I am confirmed shoot of Late Night Grin Gold.
Yeah.
I usually only work Tuesdays.
You're an LNG original.
I am an elder statesman.
EC Dub.
But yeah, here I am. We were advised to kill time, so that's what I'm doing.
Good job, dude. I did want to ask you, like, this time slot, is this very different for you in a post-Rampage world? It has to be, right?
It is, man. I mean, actually, tonight I am flying high as my beloved Ohio State women's basketball team has defeated the evil empire that is the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Big Ten tournament tonight.
I hate those damn Hawkeyes, bro.
It's ridiculous, man. Like,
Yeah.
at one point, Joe, and this would be funny coming from me, but I don't care. At one point, Iowa hit a bucket late and took the 1-point lead, and they proceeded to do a flurry of crowd shots that were just like the angriest, whitest people you've ever seen in your life, just screaming into the camera. Like, I thought I was watching Fox News.
I thought you were going to say that you thought you were watching LNG Gold Grin along.
Also true. But yeah. Happiness prevailed. We're
Justice has been served.
We're on to the next round.
Good.
To ceremoniously get our asses beat by UCLA tomorrow, but that'll be enough women's
tomorrow.
Basketball. Yeah, it's the tournament.
Quick turnaround, bro.
Big Ten legends, UCLA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pillars of the conference.
This sounds very. I'm telling you guys, one episode, but we could make a logo and it could be a good bit. An LNG Gold show that's just called Shoot Sports.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
I think you show everyone on the green except me, and that should be the bit. Like every American-centric sport, and not even American. Like Caden can come on to F1, not even America, just sports. And I'll be the only grinner that doesn't make an appearance.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Speaking of of shoots. I mean, confirmed shoot in fear of taking your name in vain. I mean, Bob O'Neill. Hasn't he been on fire lately, huh? I mean, told me months ago he would not share the locker room with confirmed shoot, refused to do shows with him. Again, another demand for pay, which I had to deal with this week. Bob, how are you feeling, mate?
I'm doing well. I'm glad everything's behind us. I'm glad Shoot's here. It's nice. I've missed him. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well,
You thought about it, though. You thought about it.
What happened? So let's get into it. What happens? And Kris, I'm sorry, we'll let you talk at some point.
No, you're good. You're good. This is like, seriously, this is like sitting in on the stage with the Beatles for me. So
It's like the best seat in the house. You're just on the screen watching. Yeah, it's fun. I'm with you.
But yeah, what happens basically is every fall, usually
Jesus.
like November, Bobby and I get torn apart by loyalties and rivalries and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Things get very ugly between the two of us. A lot of name calling. I called the cops on Bob this year. Like, you know, that the Ohio State Michigan game ended and he posted something and I called the police immediately.
Did they show up, Bob?
yeah, it was a whole thing. Had to explain it to them.
he got swatted.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you explain it? Did you say, quote, tweet me in person? What did you say?
Yeah. That, I say I'm probably doing a bit, so that holds up legally.
That's
Good
true.
call.
I mean, yeah. That is
I
true.
wish. All right, carry on.
So yeah, but then some things transpired after that game. Championships were won.
Yeah.
Bob got very upset about that.
I did.
You know, our teams have won championships each of the last 2 years. My team won it legitimately. And then February rolls around and NASCAR starts and Bob and I are reunited by our love of Bubba Wallace, who Joe still can't believe is a black man.
Whoa! Is that a bit we've done before?
It 100% is.
It is, yeah.
Jesus, what were we on? What year was that?
This wasn't on the show. I'm just revealing text messages again.
Let me find out when this was. Bubba Wallace. Is this a group chat thing or is this like an actual shoot text thing, Joe?
I don't remember.
Let me find this.
Anyway, it's been a good start of the season for Bobby and I.
It has.
I have nothing else. I've killed a lot of time here.
It's done a great job.
I've killed almost 6.5 minutes, I believe.
All right, I just Googled. I just typed it in our text bin. It's not there. It must be an old group chat. If it's a group chat thing, that's 2021. But DM, you've just gone, hey, I have that. All my new
It wasn't that. It couldn't have been that long ago because I wasn't watching.
Yeah. It had to be in the past couple of years.
It must have been a post-show bit. Anyway, Kris Bourdine is very... I always say it's very important Kris is here when we do the WWE shows because we need someone to make good predictions. I think there is a chance, I really do, that this may be the most necessary Kris's presence has ever been because I don't want to speak for Bob and Shoot, but I can speak for myself. I don't know if we're very well prepared for this. I think, Kris, you're going to carry us here tonight in terms of the actual Hall of Fame portion. So how are you feeling, boss?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to be here. I had a bit planned where I was going to say we
don't do bits here.
where I was still reeling from the events of last weekend and leading everyone to believe I was talking about the Cena heel turn, but I was going to talk about a controversial call in a hockey game in a football stadium last weekend.
That's a good call.
But then my Red Wings decided to just go in the complete shitter this week and fall completely out of playoff contention, and so I'm not going to even bother it. So
we haven't won since either. So
yeah.
What a moment, though.
In this business, bits do come and go very quickly, don't they?
They do.
Like, Confirmed Shoot and I workshopped a bit on Tuesday that's only just come to my mind because I heard
remembered it.
Yeah. Are you still got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We won't go to it now because it will blow the spot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about. I guess we'll talk about wrestling, folks. As you can tell, this is a very old school late night Grin tonight, and That was the plan. Yes.
I wasn't told we had to talk about wrestling.
Well, the way I see this is like LNG, old school LNG reunion, where all the old lads, we all come out and wave at the people, and they cheer, and they show maybe a highlight of when we used to talk about wrestling and stuff.
Bob, did you see that Mariah May attacked Tony Storm in movie premiere last night?
I did. That's pretty beast.
Punched her right in the head.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they clued the interview in on it first either. She looked quite terrified.
See, they shouldn't, dude. Respect the business. I wonder if that film's good.
I kind of want to see it.
Yeah,
I probably won't, but I kind of want to see it.
I've seen a couple negative reviews, and I'm kind of.
Oh, that makes me want to see it more.
Yeah, your boy Cornette's in it too, Matt.
Never mind.
Yeah. I saw that they asked Chavo Jr. if he did the wrestling scenes, and he said, "I don't work on non-union projects." I went, "Oh yeah." He must be doomed when it comes to taking wrestling bookings, right, Bob?
Yeah, you would think.
How is it coming along anyway? Your project to unionize wrestling, Bob?
It's at Stag. It's not going great. I think we just need a little more time.
All right, whatever you say. Speaking of time, I do have to ask for the topical question. The great Shinsuke Nakamura fell tonight, Matt, as United States champion.
It's funny you bring that up, Joe.
I know, because I know you was wanting to talk about it, wasn't you?
Yeah, speaking of the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh.
There was a column posted earlier this week.
No.
That I'm now going to read.
You are not. We are not talking about Linda McMahon on this program. Fuck Linda McMahon. We do not need to read a column about it. We do not need to do anything about it. All right. We're going to leave that there. You threatened me with this throughout the week, and I'm not conceding on the air. But I knew you'd bring it up, so I was prepared. My gloves were up. Even with my back to the ropes, I was able to slip that one and just move on. But I appreciate the fault. My point was, nonetheless, it was a bad idea because Caden Lee wants you to read it. Kris, did you watch SmackDown, and what did you make of a tragic night for the Blue Brown with Shinsuke's iconic reign being halted?
Yeah, I did watch SmackDown, and it was, I was riding pretty high after that Code Rhodes promo, and it just all came to a crashing halt.
Who won the belt? Was it Andrade?
It was. You know full well it wasn't Andrade. It was old LA Knight. Eli Drake, if you remember. Yeah. Bob, are you still an LA Knight hater?
No, he's fine. I mean, like in this role, he's fine. Like when he was feuding with Roman, it was like, grow up, be serious. But yeah, he's fine.
Champion, that's his role.
Yeah.
Winning the main event of SmackDown for the United States title.
Well,
they found a slot for him.
SmackDown.
Wait, they made him in SmackDown with Nakamura versus LA Knight?
Oh, baby, that place was rocking. I didn't watch the match, but I had the sound on. Speaking of watching matches, I just watched a match here tonight. By the way, folks, Bob's got some advice for you.
Nick Bockwinkel versus Billy Robinson?
Close. When you hear where it was, you'll see how the link. Nick Bockwinkel could be very relevant tonight. Bob, what could people, if people are listening to this going, this is some riveting killing of time, what would you say they could do to kind of show YouTube how much they're enjoying it?
You go ahead and smash that like button first time, so everyone is good to do it. Odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Oracle will fill you in when he gets here.
I was on Wrestle Purist this week, and Montel WP was like, the likes are just slacking. We need to find a way to get people to like the video. And I went, you need to make it a bit. I've done it with Bob. And he kind of looks at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? And I was like, you can't help some folks, can you? You try your best. Anyway, we have some things in the chat, and then I'll get to the match I watched. Will is a new member. Welcome aboard, Will. Speaking of members, actually some business to handle here. Two things.
We need a sound effect for when new members sign up.
It should be Bob just going, new member.
Yeah.
We do have... Do we still have those... let's have a look here. We have this.
That's a good one.
Oh, Jesus!
I'm going to turn off loop.
Yeah, good idea.
I like this one.
Pop.
Yeah, that one's good.
That's good. That's good.
I missed that being played during the intro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I used to do that back when I was on this show.
We used to do things that were funny occasionally. We used to, back in the olden days of the late night grin, folks. And it's only fitting we do some reminiscing on a night as historic as this.
Yeah.
We used to, we'd look up at the time. We'd be in the middle of the concert. We'd go, oh my God, we've been on the air for 2.5 hours. We now look up at the time and it says 7 minutes and 45 seconds. We go, oh dear. But we used to do this show for 4 hours a week. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, we used to play clips constantly. Lambo's right.
Every time I go to the doctor, and no matter what I'm going for, my eyes or anything, they say, "Are you suffering from anything?" I say, "I used to do 4-hour wrestling podcasts live at 4 a.m. every single Saturday morning." But anyway, Will, thank you. I had some business now. That's what it was. There is a Discord, a new Discord, LNG Gold Discord. Okay, we are slowly unveiling it. It started with the Grin of Gold, folks. You see it at the bottom of the screen here, and then we moved to the Grin of Circle. She's looking at me in a very confrontational manner. We posted that link here this evening. People are starting getting a little mini Q&A to get people rolling in there. It seems like it's going to be a fun time. We're going to introduce it for the rest of the members here in the coming days. But I say that to say, Will has access to that, as do any members on LNG Gold. Yeah. And I was
We have a
waiting for
Discord.
Yes, I knew you were going to. You waited. I waited for you, and then you said I'm going to wait it out. Actually,
Have you learned nothing?
I don't have scoops to share. Do not aggregate. Right?
I won't be joining.
You won't. I know. There's a reason I didn't text you. We have a Discord, man.
Maybe I should join. Maybe I can start talking about wrestling again.
Maybe you have some friends that like wrestling.
No.
Anyway, so I say all this to say, if you want to talk graps with myself or any of the young guns, they're listed on Discord. And any of the boys that are on the shows when they join are going to be listed as LNG superstars.
Hell yeah.
Okay, now I have to join.
Yeah, just to have the credit. So you could talk to us on there. And I say this because I did have a mass unfollowing tonight on the Bird app. Yes, I did this. I made a formal announcement. I said I will be unfollowing many people tonight. Do not be upset.
Did you unfollow me?
I didn't, but you're the only inactive account that lived, I think.
Okay.
Out of respect, because we are friends. We're friends, right?
Yeah. I just said every now and a while.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled about it, bro.
Yeah, Joe and I are all right.
We're doing okay. We like booking WCW.
We do.
Yeah.
We made a bit with Too Cold Scorpio this week. Nobody's doing it like us.
Anyway, thank you, Will. We appreciate you. Guy for Hard, who, as I've said, gotta be all-time league leader in LNG financial support. But I said on one of the shows this week that Fahad has invested more money in Late Night Grin than I have. He says locked in. I'm glad someone is. But nonetheless, we will in some time here talk about the Hall of Fame. In fact, I'll talk about the Hall of Fame broadly and then we'll bounce around, because when Oracle gets here, I'm going to have to explain it though, aren't I?
Yeah.
I don't know, Bob. What do you think? You're the coach here.
I think we're doing well so far. I think we can keep stalling until Oracle gets here. It's going great.
Yeah, Bob. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about a match I watched. So I watched.
Was it FTR versus Roddy and Kyle O'Reilly?
It was not. That match was
Yeah,
killer
FTR,
though. I did watch that match. What a terrific wrestling match! My goodness.
That's a good tag team, Roddy and Kyle.
I like them. I like the restart bit a lot because it's perfect fuel for FTR's turn, right? Like they did the right thing, got visibly desperate after realizing they may have made a mistake, and then had to, afterwards no handshake, which feels like a sign of things to come. Hopefully they have many matches.
You know what they are, Joe? Professional wrestling storytellers.
I've heard a lot about this recently. Clue me in.
That was it. I don't have anything else. Wait,
Bob.
Was that like a relevant bit?
No, it's just Bob. And I'm sure this does happen because you're very famous. If you're walking about, right, and someone comes up to you and goes, Robert O'Neill, how do people address you in public? Robert O'Neill, what do they say? Bobby.
It can be either one.
Yeah. and they said, explain to me what in-ring professional wrestling storytelling is. What would you say? And this is, you haven't got to rush for anything. You're not late for it. You've just got time to talk to this fan. We all have that happen at times. What would you say?
Well, I guess inherently the answer would be just moves, but I think it's more than that. It's kind of sequencing things together and, finding a thread kind of throughout the match and just making it all work like that.
Wow.
I agree with Bob.
Sequencing, he said.
Yeah. It's all
So I
about
watched the match.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the match. You know the Dudley boys, the guy, the podcaster guy, his friend?
Yeah.
Bubba and Devon, or Brother Ray and Brother Devon, I should say, Team 3D. I watched, they had a match in All Japan in 2005 with Keiji Muto and Akabono in the Real World Tag League final. And I added this to my watch list about 2 months ago, and tonight was the night I said, I'm feeling triumphant. Let's unleash this one. Let's have a look here. It is on YouTube, folks. You can check it out. They do a whole set piece about, like, Bubba trying to sumo wrestle Akabono. And I'm sorry to report, the match was pretty damn good, man, I have to tell you. I'm coming around to the idea that the Dudleys were good. I think after years of hating them, I've waited until everyone dislikes Bubba so much that no one likes them. And I think now I'm going to make some inroads as kind of a leader in that field. What do you think about this decision, Matt?
I think you've made better decisions in your life.
Made worse ones as well, though.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You're looking at one right now.
So anyway, I was watching the Dudley boys interview with the pedophile.
Bro was making Fightful money, and now he's here.
Fuck you. I was watching. It's no need. I was watching the don't sell. I was watching the Dudley's interview with the pedophile. Okay.
Which one? You gotta narrow it down.
Feinstein, bro.
Okay.
And they were talking about when they left, right? And I believe this is an underrated all-timer in terms of it wasn't Vince, it was someone else.
Oh, God.
As Bubba is talking, and he goes, we know who fucked us. Vince knows who fucked us. Vince knows, apparently. There's such an inside man that Vince is sitting there going, I can't believe he did that. Of course, it's Johnny Ace, right? Which we all know. Whenever it's Johnny Ace that released someone, that means Vince didn't want to keep him around anymore. And Bubba says, and I quote, I had a meeting with Vince, and he told me, you guys are like Shawn Michaels. I have to use you sporadically. You're so good, and you've done so much. I haven't got anyone to work with you. You're too good. Like Shawn Michaels. Which begs the question. Shawn Michaels wasn't really used sporadically at all in that time period anyway, which is the first thing. The second thing, if Vince thought they were like Shawn Michaels, why did he allow Johnny Ace to not renew their contract, apparently against his best wishes? Now, Bob, you're an expert of the era. Am I wrong here, or does this sound a little bit hard to...
Yeah, I don't know that that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, was wrestling every week pretty much then, so it's a strange comparison too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the only reason it's a strange comparison.
Well, yeah,
He had good matches too.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Kris, you're a big Shawn Michaels fan. Have you ever compared him to the Dudley boys just offhandedly, just kind of in conversation?
Not one single solitary time.
Have you considered it, perhaps?
Can't say as I have, but now that you mention it.
Yeah. It's something to add to your arsenal, right? Maybe.
I've compared him.
You have? Yeah.
Yeah, back when I was watching the show at the time, I said, man, I wish I was watching a Shawn Michaels match.
Anyway, enough about the Dudley boys.
Remember when they split up and Devon became a reverend? And
Yes.
Bobby Ray became a shitty singles wrestler? And then they put them back together.
Yeah.
And they just went back to being shitty tag team.
Come on, man.
Table merchants.
They definitely are
Yeah.
table merchants, but I don't know. I'm coming around to the idea. Oh, Bobby Ray. That damn Bobby Ray.
Yeah.
I was going to say something good once. Oh,
You have before.
I have, yeah. Oh, yeah.
August 2001.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll leave it there. WCW is back. Have you boys heard about this?
It's a
It is.
YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
It's not called WCW Vault, boys. It's just called
No, it's just
WCW.
WCW.
We're getting ready to be.
Yeah.
Lock in. What do we think, Bobby?
I've had
Bobby Ray.
yeah, they should do that first of all. But the YouTube thing is good though. I've had the live stream on all day. I've been on right now. So
Live stream?
yeah, they've it's one of those things where I think they're just like cycling through everything they've uploaded so far. So right now it's the
So-
Brett and Booker T match. Before
Ooh.
this, it was the War Games match from Wrestle War 92. So it's been fun.
So, I think it's good, like it's smart to kind of look at this as kind of a war room for us, because no one's watching, right? How do we, as a family, handle the WCW reboot?
I can
do
tell you
we
what
go-
I'm gonna do.
Okay, but please think about the team here, because we're a family. Go for it, Matt.
I'm gonna get aggressively angry, and then probably lash out multiple times at pretty much everyone else on this channel.
Yeah, I
Um,
thought so. All right, well, fine.
I may file a lawsuit.
Against us or the World Wrestling Federation?
Both.
All right, fair enough. Now, I'll put shoot to the side on that. Fair enough. You could still do the Tuesday show. How great is the idea of doing WCW Lives and just never referencing that the promotion has returned to life in reality?
I would be
Just-
so mad.
Well, it's not going to happen.
I
But,
know, but- Speaking of, what the fuck?
we have a fifth man to complete our lineup. It is not necessarily the one you're expecting. It's not the one advertised, but it is indeed the LNG founding father, Jack Crosby, in the building. Jackie, how are you?
Oh my God.
Shoot, what was that reaction for?
Jack, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Oh no.
If Triple Paul Levesque relaunches WCW, will you join me in my lawsuit against him?
Yeah,
Okay.
he should be nowhere near something like that. What,
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I'm saying.
We actually have a lot of
Wait.
questions for Jack. Yes,
as,
go
long,
on,
as
Jack.
long as you've known me, why the fuck would you even ask me that?
Sometimes I get worried.
You
Get
do. Yeah.
influenced by things sometimes, and it worries me. But you always come around in the end.
Yeah.
Holy
oh my
shit.
god! Suddenly, just look how this is coming together. This is such a great night. Other question, Jack.
Yeah, what's up?
Were the Dudley boys good?
I can't pinpoint when, but there was a
It happened, right?
There was a stretch in ECW where yes, they were. Are you talking like WWE?
I'm just like whatever
No.
you want to do with it.
No,
I'm on your team here. I'm on your team.
no.
Follow-up question. Have you ever compared them to Shawn Michaels?
This is important. Really important.
I'm gonna leave because I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Okay.
We don't
let me-
either, man. We've been here for a half hour.
Let me steady the ship, okay? Jack Crosby, you watched SmackDown tonight, correct?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Where?
See, this is
The-
what I was talking about earlier, where sometimes you go
Hang on.
astray.
No,
This is important.
Sure, you don't understand the way that kid is stuck on fucking Cody Rhodes. When I bring her home from my mother's every
Whose fault is that, Jack?
huh?
Whose fault is that?
All right, I did do that. I did do that. And then the problem was after Cody won the title, I was like, all right, well, that'll be enough for me. Well, what happened was every Friday, Monday, Friday, even while watching Dynamite, she comes to me, is Cody on? Is Cody on? Is Cody on? Is Cody on?
Yeah.
Every Friday, but now she's old enough. She knows Friday when I pick her up from my mom's, we're going home and SmackDown's on. And then where's Cody? Where's Cody? Is Cody on? Is this Cody? Where's Cody?
Okay. I have to ask another question. Does Penny ever ask where the White Six are at? Because I've been asking for months now, and I'm
No,
dying over
no.
here, dude. It's brutal.
No, but listen. I'm doing very well. You guys saw the Swerve video. I have her doing the
That was
Who's House,
sick.
Swerve's house. So I'm getting her there. No, she doesn't ask for the why. Where are they, Joe?
I don't know. I miss them, Jack.
Where are they?
I miss them. I thought this was going to be the week.
Jackie, what are Penny's thoughts on Maxwell Jacob Friedman?
Big question. Very important you answer this correctly for everyone's sake.
I'm not sure she's ever seen Max, to be honest with you.
We
I can live with that.
I
can live with that.
Because honestly, like she's still so stuck on Cody that like even when I watch Dynamite, she kind of looks at it and is like, meh. But I got her on Swerve.
She's not alone.
I like last week when I sent you guys that video and they were chanting really loud. I went, "You hear that?" And then we practiced it. And I was like, "Oh, I got it. This is perfect."
That is awesome. To be fair, Penny's answer regarding MJ is better than half our roster, so that works, right?
He's very good lately.
He's excellent. Speaking of MJF,
Keep
Oracle's
up the
here.
good work, Max.
Come on. Oracle is here. Oracle, what are you enjoying over there, mate? You got some food there?
I've got a chocolate chip cookie, so I was I was making a list of every World Wrestling Federation match from 2020 through now in the 2020s that has a cage match rating of 8 or 4.25 rating from Wrestling Observer. I was listing them all while SmackDown was on.
Fair.
And then I looked at the clock and it was like 10:57, and I said, "Oh man, I need to take a shower." You know?
Wait, why? Why were you doing that?
Let him cook.
I don't know. I just felt like it. You know,
Yeah.
But
That's a
hang on.
perfectly fair way to spend a Friday evening.
Yeah, but Oracle, you forgot the
It's like
key
4
thing
matches,
about
dude.
It's Dave in the 2020s, man. 4.25
know.
for Dave is like a match that crosses 10 minutes.
there's a
It's
lot
dangerous.
there's a lot of NXT matches on there that I raised some eyebrows at. You know,
So do
plenty
you
of-
intend to watch
plenty of,
these matches?
plenty of Ilya Dragunov matches from NXT UK with no one in attendance that I.
How many
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy matches?
I've watched.
How many Buddy Murphy matches?
None, right?
I don't think there's any Buddy Murphy matches there.
He left soon.
Yeah, he
after
said
that.
2020. That's right.
Yeah.
Oracle. I watched a couple of those Ilya matches from NXT UK when the fucking building was empty. They were fucking good.
They were. I've seen a
It
couple.
was at that point.
The Roddy Strong one was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, Roddy carried him. Good match. Yeah, I like Roderick Strong. Remember him? Good wrestler.
Jack
Good.
cannot help himself with the British stuff, man.
Big, very
Yeah.
patriot when it comes to the
Did
Brits.
you guys see King Charles is doing the Apple Music thing? Joe, I meant to text you before, but I forgot. I was busy. Do you see what he's doing? I think it's going to push him into podcasting. And let me tell you something. If we get a King Charles podcast, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do? You need to do your remember that WrestleVotes tweet that was like, considering Stephanie's knowledge of the business, this is so enticing. You have to do one of those.
Bob, as soon as we started talking about Britain, Bob turned his camera off.
Yeah.
It hurt him with his bass.
And then he returned when I said WrestleVotes to make sure
Yeah.
no allegations emerged.
Anyway, Jack, you may have been ahead of your time on this Britain thing because we all may need to get the hell out of here soon.
Yeah, it's great over here, dude. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, I was
Anyway.
just gonna say, listen, don't forget, shoot. I watched the BBC and Sky News. It ain't
I
much
didn't
better
forget.
over there right now.
Oh, we're in deep trouble. Deep trouble. But in fairness, this would be a great time to do the trip, Matt, for your sake especially. WWF's doing a big European tour coming up here, right? So we could go see some shows.
Canada's sounding better.
Dude, can I tell you how hype I am though? That like at least Raw, like tonight they were advertising the SmackDown of Barcelona, but like at least Raw, like since it's on Netflix now, you could just watch it live. I am so pumped about
So
that.
apparently, for me, it's going to be like that, but I won't be able to like watch SmackDown on the air because it won't be that way for you guys, right? Which is going to be weird.
What
On
time
Netflix
is it
is
airing?
everything for me.
What time's it airing on Monday?
It's
Well,
not this
Monday-
Monday, it's next,
MSG,
right? Yeah, MSG's Monday, and then so I think it'll be probably
the week after.
for you guys. What do you reckon it'll be like 2 p.m. for you guys?
It's usually 1 or 2 when they're over there.
Bob, are you gonna watch that live?
On Monday afternoon, yeah, probably. I'm not gonna be doing anything else.
Have you considered getting a job?
I'll be watching them all at my job.
Damn, Bob kind of fired back there. He's like, go
He
fuck
did,
yourself.
I'm gonna be at my job telling people I'm watching Raw. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
No.
Jack just popping huge. The final boss. Losing his shit. Anyway, I guess we should get into this Hall of Fame thing, right? Is there anything else wants to talk about before we do? Because we've got a lot of time, let's be honest, boys. I mean, is there anything else, any big time topics to tackle?
There's an AEW pay-per-view this weekend.
You know what?
There
Let me
is.
say something about that. Okay.
Oracle, before you get started, I had an idea for this.
It's important.
I think what we should do is we should run down the entire card in order and talk about every match and give our thoughts and predictions.
So when you've because you mentioned this to me very loosely off the air, right? Very briefly.
Yeah.
And I have to and this is just me being real with you.
No one's ever done this.
It rocked me. Thinking about how, because as a show, you'd almost have individual segments for each match, right? You could go around the room, contrasting viewpoints.
And the thing about it is,
yeah,
it's rewatchable for forever, because people could say, "Hey, I wonder what these guys thought about this pay-per-view that happened 9 months ago." And instead of watching that pay-per-view, I'm going to watch what these white dudes thought was going to happen on the show.
Yeah.
And their predictions.
The question is, does it have the same longevity as the LNG Hall of Fame nomination ceremony? Which,
let me just say this one thing, okay?
Yes, please.
2 matches in particular. Okay. I can see it now. The plasma spilling inside a steel cage.
Oh, yeah.
Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Mariah May and Toni Storm. Both wearing all white.
Oh, yeah.
With their blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
Crimson mask.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
It looks like a hell of a show.
It looks like a great show. The only concern I have, I think I spoke to Oracle about this, maybe it was, I can't remember, but I think they could have probably broke up the singles matches a little more, like maybe do a 6-man tag, something just for variety's sake. It is very singles match heavy, but I think most of those matches look incredible, and I even think Cope and Mox, there's 2 versions of that match, but I think there's a version of it actually that's really good, to be honest with you. I mean, we'll see. I could be wrong, but I think Mariah and Tony should close the show.
You do?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Hollywood ending, man. I think.
I don't. See, I don't. It's no disrespect to them. I just think that. I think that's going to be a great blow off to the feud, which is great. But I think they just have something big planned for this fucking Mox Cope thing.
Yeah,
I agree with the title. So.
Like a Jay White heel turn.
I think Jay White's going to win the title.
I think he's turning heel.
Yeah.
I think Jay White's going to win it.
I don't know. I think Mox is leaving with the belt, to be honest.
God
I think Mox and Swerve is dynasty.
No, of course, yeah.
Well,
Hindsight 20. If
brother. Yeah, carry on, Jack.
If Mox just leaves with that title, then yeah, it's like, all right, well, you should have.
Right, yeah.
I'm basing my opinion off of I think they have something big planned.
Yeah.
In that show, better than just Mox leaving with the title.
I definitely think there could be an angle. Yes, Matt?
The chat's asking how Jay White can win the title.
Good question.
So I'll explain.
Oh, God.
So what Tony Khan likes to do sometimes is steal stuff from World Wrestling Federation. And so what can happen is that Jay White steals Christian's contract and just signs it and then wins the title.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Absolutely not. But it's professional wrestling, so I wouldn't rule it out.
Who did that in the WWE?
I don't know. I'm sure someone.
Well, I did just see a match this past Monday where the women's world champion acted like a fucking idiot and then lost, and now we're all expecting to believe that she might get a chance to get a damn match.
This angle, because I agree with you. And this is something that WWE, you would almost get one up on them because
we blamed this on WWE, and I don't know if they've ever done it before.
No, with the stale money in the bank thing, right? Everyone just cashes in the briefcase and that's it. They could have very easily at some point during this boring stretch done a thing where somebody cashes in, wins, but then you have to open up the briefcase and go, "Hey, doofus, you never signed the contract."
Yeah.
You
I
have
don't
to
know,
sign
man.
it.
Maybe.
And
I could see Christian's sell of it would be great, right?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't know.
like
I think
he's
Moxley's
been
just
carrying this thing around the whole time, and it's just I never signed it.
I'm choosing to believe this.
My genuine feeling is that okay, the Cena thing might be real. Apparently, I don't know. This was summer 2021. Dude, it's tough. Ironically, when the show started, but nonetheless,
Yeah.
my genuine feeling is Yuta is going to be torn. He's going to hesitate, and as he's hesitating, Jay White's going to turn on Copeland, and Moxley will win. That's my personal feeling. Now,
Yeah, I
what
think
that
Jay
means for
White's
Christian,
turning.
like what their plan is with Christian, I have no idea. No clue in terms of he's cashing. No idea. But either way, Revolution does look very, very good. Sunday night, you excited, Matt?
I am, yes, legitimately. I think the TV's been very good for quite a while now. They've built this pay-per-view quite well, especially by their standards. So yeah, it should be a good show. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff on it. Caden's not here to tell me it's gonna suck, so I'm fired up.
Bob, do you want to play the role of Caden this evening?
No, it actually does look pretty good. I'll probably check it out after NASCAR.
Such a liar. That's such a...
Joey.
You didn't even believe the words that came out your mouth there, Bob. I know your game.
Joey.
Probably will. Depends what match they're on.
Yeah.
Isn't the race at 3:00?
Yeah.
It'll be
It
over
should
by
be
the
done by
time.
then. Yeah. So it should be
Anyway, Joey, Bob explained to me tonight that he's gonna buy that Orange Cassidy figure.
good. I might.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, Bob's face when you said, isn't the race at 3, just kind of went, yeah.
Yeah.
And what about it? Are you going to force me? You know?
Well, they're in Phoenix. There won't be rain. We'll be good.
Damn,
they
weather
couldn't have-
forecast.
They couldn't have ARCA qualifying today because of rain.
I know, yeah, it did rain there today, but it doesn't usually rain there all weekend, hopefully.
True. I guess that would reduce the chances of it raining again because it's Phoenix. I don't think that's how it works, but we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, it sounds right.
And the ground we cover, boys.
We're
All right.
cooking, man.
I think it's time to talk about the Hall of Fame.
Shawn Spears won a title?
Yes, he's the
Yeah.
NXT North American champion. Yes.
Hmm.
Holy shit.
Good for him, dude. Like,
From
legitimately,
what I-
I'm happy
from
for
what
him.
I understand, shoot, it's basically just to give it to Ricky Starks.
Ricky Saints.
Saints.
Whatever.
Interesting.
Big Rick. How many have you texted Alex since then about Ricky Saints, Matt?
No, I haven't. So
Oh.
Shawn Spears winning the NXT North American title, I think, cements to me that Shawn Michaels is better than the Dudley Boys.
That I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
Bubba must be devastated, dude.
Nah, he's
After all those years.
Fed shill. He's fired up. Piece of shit.
All right. Enough about it's my bad. I shouldn't have brought Bubba Ray up on this night. It's a happy show, I think. All right. Are we
I'm
ready
going to
to
nominate him for the Hall of Fame.
He might get a spot now. Okay, so speaking of the Hall of Fame, that's what we're here to do tonight, folks. This program, we're going to decide who the nominees are, who the candidates are for the 2025 LNG Hall of Fame class, the first class, of course. As soon as this show's done, I'm going to put a ballot up for you guys to vote on. The way this is going to work is there's going to be 2 modern grapplers.
Buff Bagwell.
What should we call the old school one? Like, retro feels kind of rude.
Real wrestler.
What do you like, throwback or retro?
Um,
Retro's fine, right?
It used to be better.
It used to be better wing.
yeah.
There it is.
That's not bad, actually. I mean, I don't know how it will look on a graphic, though, you know?
Not our problem.
Yeah. Rice Man, lock in. All right.
Now, let me be clear. I'm going to abstain from this because I didn't have time to practice. So you guys have fun. I'm just here.
Okay. Thank God we all practice, boys.
I got nothing.
There's gonna be an older grappler. A grappler from yesteryear is the point.
Only one?
Yes. There's gonna be 2 from the modern wing. There's gonna be a tag team,
yeah.
but tag teams can be either, modern or old school. There will also be a grinner, which will not be up for you guys to vote. That is being decided in-house and internally. We are doing things currently that no one even knows about. No one on the screen knows what that is other than me. That's how
I know.
close to the vest it is. You You
I
shouldn't
want to
know,
thank
though.
everyone in advance.
You shouldn't know. I just sent the award a little early. All
It's
right,
an honor
last
of a
thing.
lifetime.
Last thing here. Jumanji Hunter. Great question. This is what we need on the show. Bob's thoughts on the Observer and Star Ratings. Finally, some wrestling talk. Go on, Bob.
Yeah, I don't know if we should do the Observer thing this week. There's a pretty big story that took up most of the day.
There was?
Yeah.
Clue us in, Bob.
No, that's kind of the big thing in the Observer. Star ratings are kind of crazy this week. As Oracle alluded to earlier, Dave's been kind of crazy in this decade with the star ratings. But yeah, good week for the Observer. Hopefully we get back next week to stuff that isn't all over the timeline all day.
Has Dave had a chance?
Have you guys considered that Dave's just making it up?
True.
A lot of people have considered that. I haven't, but a lot of people have. Has Dave had a look yet, Bob, on AEW's perception problem, by chance?
He did actually get into that a little bit with the Revolution preview, where he's like, "Oh, they're feeling a little hotter, but it doesn't matter because the perception is still what it is." I'm like,
just putting the boots to them every week, picks them back up, knocks them down. He just beats the shit out of them.
It's funny too because he does that, but then anytime he tweets anything remotely negative about the World Wrestling Federation, people say that he's never going to beat the allegations.
Yeah,
he does, and I love Dave. But he would sometimes do posts and you go, "Oh,
Hold
Dave,
on.
why did you phrase it that way?"
Hold on.
Yeah, I know what you're looking at.
Did he give Lexus King and Moose 4 stars?
So not only did he do that, he forgot to do it last week and added it as a correction today.
Oracle, how was that match?
I didn't watch that match.
Okay. Jack, I know you watched it. How was it?
I wasn't.
I do not fucking watch NXT. Let's calm down.
This was a big moment. This went under the radar. This is a big moment on the Grin right here. Because Shoot and Oracle, you guys haven't done a show for me. You don't realize, Matt, Oracle is healed, brother. The spreadsheet that every TV match is gone. 6 months ago, Oracle would have had a clear answer. I'm not to sell. Yeah. He would have had a clear answer. He'd have said it was a 2 3/4. Now look at him. Look how happy he looks over there.
King 2 3/4.
Look at the Oracle. Look at his grin. He's so happy. He's beating it, bro.
Oracle, I'm right. There's no way you're giving Lexus King and Moose 2 3/4. That's like 2 tops.
Yeah, probably 2 at most. So, let me explain something. When you're watching a 3-hour SmackDown and you've got this, you've got this list you're making on Google Docs. Yeah. The best part is you can watch the show and you go, "Oh shit, Chelsea Green just did a coast to coast. That's cool." And you go back down, you type a couple more matches, and then you go, "Oh, that's how Robert Fire doing here."
Yeah, man, that's how you watch wrestling. Mm-hmm. Fucking rules, man. You just scroll your Instagram reels and fucking look up every now and then.
I actually pay attention, and I think this is fair to do is pay-per-views and premium live.
Yeah, that's it. You lock in
or
premium live events.
Like I watched Cody's promo for a few minutes. I paid attention a little bit.
By the way, is this a premium live event? What we're doing now?
Yes,
it's gonna be close, right?
Yeah,
good. The LNG Gold one's definitely
wrestling.
Isn't it the LNG Gold? The form you're in, there will be. Bob's going to punch out his webcam. All right. We got okay. So was that your answer on the Observer thing, Bob? Just to be clear.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What is Grin talking about? Put that up. Put on the screen. Put that
super
chat up. Yeah.
Falls on the upcoming Skip Stephen A reunion. Grin along.
What's happening?
Yeah, he's going on Skip's podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know about. All I knew about was that Stephen A's fighting with LeBron James.
Yeah, rough week for Stephen A's hopes to be president of the United States.
Is it?
Might have been a good one actually. All right. Thank you, Grant, for the super chat.
Yeah, he got 5 years, $100 million.
It's crazy.
That's spiteful money.
Who's his agent? Mojo Rawley? Fuck. All right. Thank you, Grant. Appreciate it, brother.
I'm going to talk to my CBS bosses tomorrow.
Yeah, you should, dude. If Stephen A, Good call. Good call, Jack. All right. I think we should get started.
Jack, you should do a podcast with Skip Bayless, like a weekly show.
Whoa.
I'm not selling that shit. Good for you, Jack. We should know. This is important. Seriously, this is important. This is not, your regular Hall of Fame, right? This is not for the best wrestlers, the guy with the best matches, the guy who drew the most money. That's not it. This is specifically in relation to their standing and stature in the world of late night grin, the LNG universe, if you will. You know,
Bob, sing the
they're-
Hall of Fame song. That shitty WWF song they used for the Hall of Fame. Sing it.
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
There we go.
That was so good we might get a copyright here.
I know.
So that's very, very important. Like, very important. This is not the time to bring up, you know, how Cena did at the box office. This is not about that. This is about the grins.
Bob.
Take that, Bob. Bob's just currently erasing his notepad and scrubbing it out. And this could get very heated. I know Oracle feels very strongly about the LNG Hall of Fame. He's told me as much many times.
Oh, yeah.
Really has just considered every option of this thing. And I know Bob's done the same. So please, if we do get aggressive with one another, we all love each other, folks. Don't be concerned.
Well,
Yeah. All right. You'll know if you know
I
if we
barely
really
know
have a
Kris.
problem.
I can't speak on that.
You'll know if we really have a problem because we'll just close the whole channel tomorrow like we used to.
Yeah.
All right.
Used to be better.
Let's start with a modern wing.
Who cares?
Poor Diane, the only person here prepared. I think it makes sense you kick this thing off. When I say to you LNG Hall of Fame modern wing, who is the first name that pops into your head?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, you got to go with the person who started the whole thing. So my first name is CM Punk.
This is a tough one to. I think it's tough to ignore Punk here as a leading candidate. Certainly, First Dance was the pilot, right? The first show that kind of got this thing rolling. All the grins that followed from there. I mean, all of the adventure that's been. How many of the shows have been about CM Punk's many different comings and goings? He's returned and left like 8 times.
I hadn't even really considered that the fact that I'm sitting here right now is his fucking fault.
Yeah.
I have known Shoot a very long time.
Since we were kids.
See, I have never seen him happier than that night
That
when
was
we did
special.
the CM Punk show.
Well,
That is the happiest I have ever seen one of my best friends on this planet.
there's been happier
Very happy.
times, but I wouldn't want you to see him.
Fuck, come on. It is true. That was a triumphant occasion, dude. People
It was,
forget how
yeah.
great that was. And that was a magical moment.
Even Bob pretended to be happy about it.
It's true.
Well, Bob was in Vegas.
He was, and he was laying. Remember he was.
Water.
Do you remember the position he was in? Where he was laying.
That was good, man.
You had the Lily in the box too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it Lily or was it just a fiend like? It's Lily, right?
Yeah, it's Lily.
Remember?
No, it's just a fiend.
That was that night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
when we had Dylan on and he just talked for an hour while
Yeah,
we
'cause
all
it
just
was-
sat here?
The first
Yeah.
dance, Jack. The first dance was SummerSlam weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the weirdest thing about that everyone's forgotten now. Friday, First Dance, Saturday, SummerSlam. Sunday was the NXT show where fucking Samoa Joe came back on NXT. Like, he wrestled he became NXT champion on that show.
Okay.
Which is so weird to think about now. But yeah. Yeah. And this was a famous ordeal. The Las Vegas Sins. How could we forget? CM Punk, Bob. Makes sense to me. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Great stuff.
No, I mean, Kris kind of laid it out. Like, we wouldn't be here.
I know,
without
but
him.
we're doing... This is that conversational content. This is the dance, brother, you know? Like, this
And
is
you know what? He is my favorite modern wrestler at the moment, so I'm glad he's included.
My favorite modern wrestler at the moment. I respect it. He's quite good, huh?
Yeah, he's very
Okay.
good. Good promo on Monday.
Genuinely, and like, look, his WrestleMania situation is very funny.
Yeah.
But
It
when he
always is.
left, a tradition, when he left AEW, if you'd have told me that he'd have got this much juice out of the return run, I'd have been impressed. Like, I thought he was going back, but that fucking main event, the Netflix premiere, man, he's like one of them. It's wild. What a character. The Oracle of Wrestling, I imagine you're pretty bullish on this one. CM Punk, LNG Hall of Fame. What do you reckon?
Yes, I agree. The triple threat upcoming is unfortunate.
Yeah. Could be a blow to his candidacy.
But, there's seldom been anyone who has driven the conversational content, the bullshit that we spew out these last 3.5 years more than Uncle Phil. And
True.
we, we appreciate the gift he keeps on giving. And I agree with the nomination.
We have to talk about some of the moments. The show after Brawl Out, in which Confirm Shoot took such a firm stance that we lost 20 patrons overnight. The Collision run, where we upset more people.
Right, by the way.
The Collision run, which we upset more people. The Grin Grappler After Dark, where we were so upset about how bad his first promo back was that we did an emergency live stream to talk about it. The ups, the downs, how many times we thought he was done, and he just keeps kind of.
Listen, I'll never forget the media scrum.
Yeah.
And Shoot going, "Oh my God, are any of y'all watching this?"
Yeah.
And I was responding, and Matt and I were literally like blowing up the damn
Group chat, just popping huge. Just me and Oracle. I think Bob chimed in every once in a while, but I think it was just me and Oracle just popping.
Yeah, I got there a little bit late, but he was still on when I jumped in. Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, I watched that show on delay. So there was 20 hours where the whole thing had blown up, and I had no idea. I was watching the wrestling show. It's a good match. Felt like
that
a hell of a
happened to me
match.
with All In.
Yeah. All In was wild, man. Because I didn't get the... You guys knew that he'd fought Jack before the match, right? Or not?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know before or after?
No,
I did.
The first report I saw was during.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
came out like there was an incident or whatever.
I think it was Shawn or somebody was like, there was an incident backstage.
Shawn was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, because I was in the building, I didn't have any service, and then after the first match, it all started coming through, and I just couldn't believe it.
You know what I think cements his candidacy, Joe? Is when we were at the Congress Hotel in Chicago, Illinois, and Tony Khan fired him.
Oh my God.
And that is the only time in the history of the world, honestly, that I tried to call Joe Holbert. I was in an elevator, so it didn't go through. And then we got to our floor, and the elevator opened, and there's Alex, and the grin on the two of our faces.
But genuinely, being in Chicago at that time, what a piece of history, right? We got the Tony speech, we got that show, which was an incredible show.
You know what the thing about that show was, Joe?
What was that, mate?
AEW's backs were against the wall.
That's when they're at their best. And it also produced the moment where Alex and I were catching an old motion picture, and there were those brothers talking about what Meltzer had said about Punk's chances of going back, and I just it's
my wife said "Thank God" out loud when she saw
which is incredible, incredible. We got the Brian moment where in the Collision where he comes back. One of Ricky's best promos on that show.
Weekend.
Ricky Saints. Ricky's promo on Collision was genuinely incredible. That's one of the best promos he's ever cut.
Yeah.
CM Punk definitely belongs here. Whatever you think of him,
You know what
folks.
I've always said about CM Punk?
What's that, mate?
Jordan-esque. I just spilled my Diet Coke. That's what I get for that joke.
I thought you were doing a physical comedic bit then of some ilk. That was very alarming.
No. Nothing spilled. That turned out very well.
Okay,
I'm
good.
on one tonight, boys.
I've noticed, yeah. I've noticed. All right, Bob. I don't want to make you wait too long because I feel like you'll leave if I do. I know how the Green Grappler went that one time.
Sure.
Modern candidates, mate. Who comes to mind?
Well, speaking of the Grin Grappler, I mean, I think Samoa Joe deserves consideration. He was kind of the launching point for that series.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's for the entire platform or just for the flagship that this Hall of Fame is for. I don't know if there's hard and
All of it,
fast
mate.
rules, but
Everything.
yeah, I would like
Everything.
to nominate Samoa Joe.
He was second. He was next on my list. So yeah.
I think he definitely belongs. My only concern with Joe, and this is me saying this, I think our Samoa Joe, I think it's been too sincere.
Fair.
Have we got enough bits out of the Samoa Joe LNG run? I don't know.
Man, he looked really tired on that one.
We did have the bit where every week on the Grin Along, Manny would go, I think Joe's losing weight.
And cardio's up.
Cardio's up. He definitely should be on the ballot, like 100%.
Oh, for sure.
And it is cool that, you know, the weekend we just discussed with Punk, Joe gets back in the ring and he has a match where, if we're being honest, you know, it looked like Joe didn't have much left in that Karrion Kross match. If I'd have said then what he would go on to do, you'd been stunned. Right?
Karrion Kross, what do you expect?
No, bro, you didn't see the match. You didn't see the match. His gear didn't fit him. He looked like he was in hell out there. He was sweating profusely. I mean, you know, that's nothing new. But yeah, I think Joe has to be on there. It is really cool that we've seen this kind of resurgence. Remember when him, Jeff Hardy, and Keith Lee were all free agents? And people like I was the only one that was like, we need Joe to come in. It worked out well. It's not why I brought it up or anything, but nonetheless, confirmed.
And he's won a bracket, so I think if he's won,
great point. Yeah,
if they've won a bracket, which is unfortunate for Bob, but if they've won a bracket, they should be on the list.
As soon as you said the word bracket, Bob went, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big part of LNG. I agree. Matt, you on board with this, mate?
I am, yes. I quite like Mojo.
Yeah.
I remember when he won the world championship and saved it, and then started wearing suits and smoking cigars, and it was the fucking greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like Smojo to make the Hall of Fame. I've never said an ill word about Smojo in my life.
He should make a shoot Hall of Fame at some point too, right?
Like Hall of Fame?
I think that would be fun, but you should do that. You should totally do the day after the LNG graphics post. You go, anyway, time for the confirmed shoot Hall of Fame.
No one reads. I'm a fucking butterfly app. No one's ever going to see that.
Makes it even better.
True.
It's like a separate universe, you know?
I just have it so I can talk to Bob.
That's just adorable. All right, we're all on board with Samoa Joe. Obviously a legend.
Can I go next?
And you can go next, confirm shoot. Please do.
I don't want to nominate anyone. Modern wrestling sucks. No, I think there's a no-brainer out there, and that's the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically every time that we've done any kind of poll on this channel, he's won it.
Yes, I agree.
So what has he won? He's won the Fleet 50, like 14 times.
Yeah, he won the LNG 50.
He won the LNG 50.
He's won brackets.
He's won brackets. Honestly, he's the greatest professional wrestler of all time. So yeah, that's my entire case for the American Dragon. Also, it's important to remember that his career was really launched by Nick Bockwinkel, who I'll have more on later.
I bet you will.
So yeah, I nominate the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. If you don't vote for him, you don't know ball.
Only 2 spots though, man. Are there enough bits for Bryan Danielson?
I think there are.
I don't know. I'm torn, but he was a big part of that first summer. We have to know that. I mean, Arthur Ashe, the build to Arthur Ashe, more like the ride to it, and when that show started and he wrestled Kenny, oh my god!
Didn't we go live after All Out? After he debuted, and I drove home going because that was when I was going to the movie theater, and I was going about 85 on the highway to come home and get on that show.
Very responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think he definitely belongs. Bob O'Neill, quick question. Jack Crosby's hands raised. My apologies, Jack. Go for it.
So this is just an LNG Hall of Fame, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I make a nomination quick?
Please do. Yes.
Jacob Fatu.
Oh.
And Alex Hammerstone.
It took a minute for that to click. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in.
I think.
Can we nominate Raj Geary?
No. I think Jacob. I actually think Jacob is a nominee. Here's why. The MLW thing. If Jacob isn't in that match, you guys are not tuning in. Right? Jack's definitely not. Matt, you may have been intrigued, but
I didn't even see the match.
The ML, exactly, right? Which makes fun
No,
of it.
if I'm not mistaken, you weren't watching, right? It was just me and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the air doing something else, and you guys texted me. I said, I'll just go live. So, yeah, I think... And also, Jacob won a Grinny this year. So, I think Jacob, I think he deserves a spot. Like, he may not be someone who's going to be a betting favorite, but I think we should acknowledge that MLW show is a piece of history.
Alex, too.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know about Alex.
I've been saying that for years.
Come on now. We've talked Hammerstone.
I'm anti, not in general, but for this particular argument, I think we should avoid the risk of Alexander Hammerstone LNG Hall of Famer. I think we should avoid. I think it's as tempting as it is. I think Jacob, we can do something.
All the years we've been doing this, that is one of my favorite memories. Just shooting, I blowing you up. We have to talk about this right now.
It was classic, dude. And how mad you guys were. You turned the show off. There was that floating Dave head in the background. It's classic stuff.
Jack, are you going to watch the NWA when Hammerstone wins the NWA World Championship?
Probably.
They got to put the belt on Corbin, right? He's wrestling for it next week.
Wait, what?
Is he?
Yeah, he's wrestling on Maple Leaf Pro. Corbin's wrestling Bishop Dyer.
They have to.
They have to, dude. Have to. It's too easy. The champ right now is Tom Latimer, bro. He's a fucking
Holy shit, Jack, are we back?
We've been waiting years. Imagine
the
Corbin
NWA's
working.
Back.
Dude, imagine
Bishop
Corbin
Dyer
working.
on top.
Him working like All Japan as the NWA champion.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Bish Dyer. All right, beautiful. Jacob, I'm putting Jacob on the ballot. Jacob's on the ballot. Alex, come and fight another day. All right. Okay. The Oracle of Wrestling. Any names come to mind in this modern wing, mate?
A modern wing?
Ray Phoenix.
Let me see.
Big week for him.
Let me file through the filings here and see if I can figure anybody out.
Okay. Would you like me to come back to you, Oracle?
I don't know if there's anybody who's really. I don't think that there's anybody worth nominating.
Wow, stiff.
I think Punk and Joe are the strongest ones.
I think there's a lot of bits out there on offer, I have to say.
But
chat's getting very excited.
With the modern ones,
Remember, we're thinking LNG canon here, Oracle. This is not necessarily Mac Classics, you know.
I know, but it's just I'm trying to think of a
Mac Classic
star
Yeah.
that would be considered that brings bits with them.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's circle back. Chris Bourdine.
Yes.
Are there any names you'd like to put forward at this point in the program?
Sure. We'll go an oldie but a goodie. This I believe this bit extends pre LNG. I think this goes back to the old distraction days. Bud Matt. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. He got to be on there, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Bud Matt arriving in AEW, and this feels funnier with every day, inspired an entire charity stream. In the same vein as Bud Matt, Alexa being in War Games inspired a 24-hour stream, and they both have to be on the ballot.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about Lexi because you had when you first announced this, you had said something about them having to be active for a certain amount of time.
Retro Wing. Retro Wing, non-spooky Alexa Bliss.
What was that
Welcome.
rule?
Yeah, so the way I was going to decipher like active and inactive was if they've wrestled in 3 of our 5 years where we've been around.
Okay, good.
And then I just realized like we should just go by common sense, right? It will prevail, generally speaking. But I did say that.
Good in the chamber, dude.
I said that, man.
She was.
Some people were saying she was like terrible in that match. I thought she was good in that match.
She was good in that match.
You could tell she's like into what she's doing right now, which has been a while. Her face is doing all the Alexa Bliss face things, right? It's good stuff. All right, Bud Matt, confirm shoot. It sounds ridiculous because I consider one of my best friends. Bud Matt was a big part of our friendship.
He really was. Yeah.
I think he kind of still is in some ways, but he was a
is,
huge part of it. Yeah.
He's had some triumphant moments lately too. But they still go hilariously in true Bud Matt fashion. He got a big match with Okada and fucking got hurt.
Yeah.
Before the match even started, and still had a good match. Okada even tried, which is a testament to Bud Matt, I think.
He has got over Buddy too, to an
He
extent.
has, yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, within reason, but
yeah.
You know, he's got a new shirt.
Oh, does
I bought for my wife. She was quite excited about that. So, yeah, he's not going to get in, but he definitely deserves to be nominated. He's one of the fundamental reasons that this channel exists. Because Joe and I were like the first two people. No, that's not true. JJ. But we were, and Alex, but we were banging the drum very early. You know, some people on the screen thought Ali was better than him, which has aged hilariously.
A classic fucking bit on the Grin.
To be fair, I think both are about the same level now too. So,
well, you haven't seen Ali in a while, boss. It's getting bad. Trust me.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I have to find a way to keep
just take the L.
No, he's doing the right thing. I request to fight his corner on this. It's just the correct thing to do. You can't concede on the air.
That's correct.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, Matt. You said he shouldn't go in. I think Buddy should actually totally go in. To be completely real, for LNG.
Yeah, it's true.
Like the first charity stream, the amount of bits we got out of, dude. We panicked when he did an MLW day because we thought he'd sign there.
Yeah, we did like a review show of this first match in the Indies with Casey Navarro.
We did an
full shows
emergency
with an Australian flag background.
Yep. We did an emergency stream when he signed. I was at the cinema. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he got leaked.
I bought Australian flags.
I think he's got to be in, bro. I honestly think, like, and this is the beauty of the late night Grin. I think for the Grin, he's a stronger candidate than Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Nonetheless, Alexa Bliss, of course, you know, that famed episode of Grin Grappler that for some reason lots of people watched that have never watched another show that we've done ever. Bobby, and again, the 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
It is, I think, one of the strongest points you'd make for Alexa is she's really not wrestled much in the time of the late night. There you go. NWA title run for Bobby. Alexa hasn't really wrestled much in the LNG.
I hate
yes,
to
man.
cut you off.
No, you're fine.
We got to tell one more Bud Matt
We do.
story.
We should tell as many as you want, mate. Go for it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin booking World Class Championship Wrestling with Buddy Matthews on top.
And they were going to have a street fight, right? In Texas
Cotton
Stadium.
Bowl.
Cotton Bowl, yeah. But yeah, 24-hour stream. Alexa's not wrestled much in the time of the LNG, which I think is very impressive. In addition, I like to think that Grin Grappler served as like a document to preview the shenanigans ahead in terms of how much she would own the WWF with her contract negotiations, which with each passing day becomes more impressive. All strong reasons, Bobby. Alexa's got to be on here, right?
Oh, yeah, easily. You know, for the reasons you laid out, plus, like, you know, I don't want to put myself over here, but the Lily thing in Vegas is something that people still love. The big LNG moment. I have the plaque from the Eva Marie match that I still look at every day that you got me for Christmas. So, yeah, she's got to be there.
Did you say it's something that people still speak highly of?
Oh, yeah.
He's not wrong.
He's right, which makes it even funnier. That is one of the greatest LNG moments ever. Like, still have that video on my phone, you know, that's awesome.
boy.
All right, so that's the 6 names we got here. Now, there are a couple controversial ones that we have to tackle. There is one in particular that I think could cause a great deal of debate, but I think he has to be brought up, and I don't care what anyone says, I'm bringing him up. The murderer in the Hanging with Holbert Halloween special. We got to talk about MJF.
Yeah, he's got to be in. He's got to be in. Mainly because Joe doesn't need that heat, so he's got to be on the ballot.
No, but seriously.
No, he's got to be on the ballot.
He's got to be on the ballot, right?
We've gotten so much content from MJF.
So much burying MJF, Jack fighting MJF's corner, me inexplicably changing my opinion completely on him at some point. All these things have happened. And look, I've told this story elsewhere, but all bits aside for a moment, he legitimately saved that Halloween show.
He did.
Like, that video was recorded less than 24 hours before that fucking thing aired, dude. Yep. That show was doomed. We were figuring out who should be the killer again because we had lost our original killer. Hilarious sentence, but he saved that show, man. So Cool worth something. I don't know.
He's got to be on the ballot.
He does. Now, here's another controversial one. Speaking of the Halloween special, what do we do about the machine gun Carl Anderson?
Nominate him.
Because do we nominate him and LG together?
No.
I had him listed
I'm not sure.
as a tag team, but
I'm really torn.
The big,
really
so
torn.
I think the
Just
big,
Carl.
I
Yeah.
think the big selling point on Just Carl is the speed grin along.
That's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gallows wasn't even at ringside either.
yeah. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Plus, Gallows is not a Bengals fan.
Great point. I hadn't considered that.
But he
Roderick
did
Strong.
put out powerbomb in that NXT Battleground tag, Joe.
That was fucking awesome. Yes. I think Gallows, when we get to 2035 and such, Gallows might slide in, I think.
Yeah.
He's got a shot. God knows what we'll be doing by then, right? Great
Oh
question.
yeah,
from
Bob.
Dukes.
What do you call the Good Brothers
Great question.
now? Now that you don't have to lick boots anymore because they're not in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, I just call them the Average Brothers now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are you aware, Matt, that they actually are using that?
Yes.
The Great Brothers?
Yes. He told me.
Yeah, that's very funny. But nonetheless,
Do you know Carl
Carl
Anderson made the
Anderson.
G1 final?
I've heard about it a time or two, yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine watched his match with Tanahashi and they tweeted like
Was it him?
fucking asshole. Alright. How can you follow the Great Brothers bit with that too, man? That's terrible.
I love him.
I know, but what I'm saying is that, anyway, so, anyway, someone tweeted that they loved the match and they said 5 stars and Machine Gun quoted it with 5 stars. Like the 5. Oh, it was popping huge. The boys are back on Patreon, by the way, folks. Go take a look at it. They're doing all sorts of stuff over there. But yeah, I don't know why that was popping me so much. It's not like I've hit it. It's just funny. All right. Anyway, Carl Anderson's on the ballot.
Yeah.
Bengals fan, Roderick Strong. I think he's on the border for me. I think we all like his work. But, like, again, is there enough depth to the LNG standing, or do we all just like... I mean, obviously, I love the big speech I did was on Wrestle Purist, right? So
Yeah, that's true. The machine built for Graps is not a
Yeah.
late night grin thing. That hurts
Yeah.
his candidacy.
big. It does, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we can put him in.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know that. I don't think there's a strong enough case, but I'm going to bring him up anyway because it's the only time that Joe Hobart and I have done play-by-play on a wrestling match. I got to bring up Kenta.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying he should be on the ballot, but he has to be mentioned because that was an all-time moment. I think one more, which I think actually is Kenny Omega, because there's been multiple grin-alongs in which we have just lost our minds to Kenny Omega matches. We lost
Jackie.
Jack. I nominated Kenny Omega, and he said, "Fuck this."
Kenny's definitely had some
'Cause he's
incredible
Canadian.
moments, yeah.
Jack's not big on Canada right now.
The line wasn't up about that little sell you did there with your face, brother. The draft moment for Kenny too, yeah, with the.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know, man. There's been because like when Kenny's out, he's not regularly brought up on our shows, whereas other guys clearly are, right, based on this list.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't know. I think Jacob probably doesn't belong, but I wanted to respect Jack, so I think it's the least I could do. The old fella. Chat. Any others? And in the meantime, Kris, any you'd like to put forward?
Yeah, I'll just rapid fire a few. I had Athena.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Great one. Yep.
Yeah, she should be on there.
And I tried to have everyone represented. So I for you shoot, I had Takeshita.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah.
For
Dustin
you,
Rhodes
Joe,
is a good one.
Solo Sikoa, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, taking it all.
And unfortunately, Jack has left us, but we got to bring up Karrion Kross.
No,
we
don't.
do. Someone
We
has
don't.
to.
We absolutely don't.
And last but not least, it sparked a heated debate between Shoot and some of the young guns. Hangman Page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fair lineup there. I think the solo bit did have serious legs, but I don't know if it's I don't know. Yeah, it's good. It's a good call though. What about Athena? Because Athena's got some lore too. Because there was the big disagreement about Athena, and then she, in the time of LNG, she's changed opinions.
I think Athena's got to be in.
I think so.
All right.
You got the free agent show with
Yeah.
Jay Shell. She had an episode of that.
Yeah.
Like you interviewed her. That wasn't on our
okay.
channel, but
Sad.
should have been.
Monty won't let us use the footage.
Duke's Freeze, yeah, Jack Crosby and Wardlow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I used to be in on that
You
too.
was
there for a
you was on
minute,
that. Yeah.
Takeshita, I don't think. I appreciate the mention. I don't think there's enough bits there because the entire bit is just the fucking rules.
He does rule. Quite excited for his match on Sunday, sorry. Takeshita. What about, is it too soon for JC Jane, boys? What do you think?
Who's that?
She won an award on the Grinnies. She won the Buddy Matthews Award.
Too soon for JC, but she might get it in 2027 or something.
Yeah, agreed. Right, unless the chat has got anyone they're dying to say, we have 8 nominees.
A couple people brought up Roxanne.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think if Roxanne,
the great prospect debate from a couple months ago.
That's a good point. Yeah.
No one's brought up Chrissy Cage, which was an iconic moment.
Chrissy Cage.
Dustin Rhodes is another one.
Yep. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know about Daniel Garcia. I don't know if there's enough meat on the bone there.
Jules.
Jules.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is undeniably the most ridiculous thing we've ever done.
Yeah, she's got to be on there.
Jules, okay. That's Julia Hart for those of you that are new around these parts. Jules. Julia Hart. Someone's going to look at this panel and go, what the fuck is this? All right. If we get one more, we're at 10.
I don't think we should put her on there, but
we can't.
There was a time.
There was she did have that video where she went for the Japanese fucking AEW account.
Is Big Show retro now?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where to put him.
I think
that video all the time.
That feels like a good example of like common sense prevails, right? Like Big Show's not active, let's be honest, boys. Ty J fight, yeah, I don't know.
Man, Anna's got some material, man.
I forget about the was it the Twitch days, whatever it was.
The olden days, yeah. We were on Patreon and then we did
Used to be
Twitch.
better.
We had that night where
that's not true. Money's better now.
We had depends who you ask. We had that night where we were on the air and someone said, you guys should use Twitch, and we went, oh fuck Twitch, and then by the end of the show we were on Twitch that night live.
Eddie Kingston,
AJ, Eddie, Matt Hardy, HFO fame.
Eddie Kingston's gonna return randomly at some point this year, and I'm gonna cry.
It's gonna be, people aren't ready for how much it's gonna just like inject life, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if they're in them small rooms still. Oh my.
Fucking Jim Ross firing out of his chair.
Yeah.
Oh, you been Eddie?
Yeah. The final boss, yeah. Had a hell of a run there, and he won like 8 awards in the Grinnies too.
He did.
Fuck. So I've got here Punk, Joe, Dragon, Jacob, Bud Matt, Lexi All Caps, Machine Gun, Athena, Jules, and that's then one more person at 10. Who do we feel most strongly about? All the names we picked out here. And again, chat, you're still very much welcome to throw names our way here.
Eddie Kingston's sincere, but it's also like one of the favorites, you know?
He is definitely a favorite, yeah.
I think Eddie might need to be on there. The chat's saying Dax, but I mean, we're gonna.
I think that they're actually a team,
Yeah.
Because as much as Dax is the central part of the bit, like we love so many of their matches, you know. Yeah. I think they're. We've loved to the big LG. It's slightly different.
We can't. We disrespect Cash enough. We can't go that far.
Yeah, it's
Plus, the tag team was like the hardest one I had.
Yeah.
Had coming
Yeah,
to
because
up
there's
the
one
list.
tag team that ain't getting on this fucking ballot over my dead
We've-
body. So
we're for sure going to end up moving the Good Brothers over once we realize how few teams we have. Unless we have double nominees,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
you know?
Maybe we should do that. So then we should
Yeah.
nominate Dax.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do
Yeah,
that. Because
let's do
Dax
that.
is, yeah.
And how
Okay.
perfect would it be
He should get in. They should
for
get in
the Kingdom
twice.
Carl Anderson to be a 2-time Hall of Fame member?
Yeah.
I didn't even consider that. Beautiful. Good point, Oracle. All right, that's why you get paid the big. Okay, so we got.
If they vote Carl Anderson in, he'd probably do an acceptance.
Will you stop? Punk, Joe, Dragon, Jacob, Bud Matt, Lexi All Caps, Machine Gun, Athena, Jules, Dax, the Axe. That's our modern wing nominees. There are 2 of those will get in, folks. Now, when I post this ballot, I cannot limit how many you vote for because of the way the fucking Google thing works. I would simply note, vote for 2. Nothing is gained. Just please vote for 2. It's for the best of everyone. Respect the sport. Have honor. Have dignity. Vote for 2 of the names. Tick 2 of the boxes. That's all you need to do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Retro wing. Throwback wing. Used to be better wing. Whatever it is. Intrigued by this. Confirm shoot. I think we need to establish right away. You got a pretty strong feeling on this one, mate.
So, look, I had a bit planned,
You did.
and
I thought we didn't do bits.
Yeah, we did.
the bit that I was gonna do is I was just gonna sit here and read Nick Bockwinkel's Wikipedia page until someone got mad and made me stop. But when I opened Nick Bockwinkel's Wikipedia page, I saw something at the very top that I believe makes the case all by itself. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share this screenshot, and then I don't think anything else needs to be said. Here we go.
Well, fair enough. I suppose that does speak for itself. Anything else you'd like to add to that case? Because remember, you got to, I mean, there's going to be a vote on this.
I don't believe that I'm popular enough for Nick Bockwinkel to win this vote. So I'm just happy to have him on the ballot. Nick Bach, the only professional wrestler who has that gimmick redirect to their Wikipedia page.
Nick Bach. All right, fair
It's
enough.
important to remember that Nick Bockwinkel was still good in his late 50s at a time when that wasn't a thing. It's like a thing now, so it's not as impressive as it used to be. But back then, it wasn't a thing. It's important to remember that he could have been the NWA World's Champion, but he turned that shit down because he's not a mark. He said, "I'm not working fucking 360 days a year. Go fuck yourself." So yeah, please vote for Nick Bockwinkel because he's my favorite wrestler of all time. And even though there's not enough footage of him, to really do him justice, he's just a great professional wrestler. And he's probably the most underrated professional wrestler of all time. Great professional wrestler of all time. I believe that's actually true.
LNG 101, the first show of the new era, is got like 40 minutes of Bockwinkel talk.
Yeah.
And then we realized, we can't do that for much longer. We're going to have to try and find some concepts for this. Why don't we do a Hall of Fame?
Remember when we watched Jesus, I completely lost my train of thought there. Never mind.
The interview you did?
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
God, what an interview that was.
Everyone-
What a beast, man.
Yeah, no, he's great. I think he's got to be a leading candidate here. Kris, who comes to mind for you when it comes to some old school names, brother?
Well, we'll stick with the AWA theme. We'll go with Greg Gagne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, and he certainly will not be making an acceptance speech who breaks him, but I think Greg is formidable in this domain. I mean, the yellow legal pad is Greg.
Yeah.
Like, that's Greg's thing. His face is one of our emoji gimmicks. he's probably he may be the greatest liar in the history of wrestling. Like, and I say that with full understanding of the range that covers. Prolific liar, because his lies are so good in the sense that it's clearly a liar, but he still comes across like an idiot.
But they're also not so outrageous that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
If you didn't know better, they're believable lies.
Yeah. And the NWA AWA is,
yeah.
I mean,
you got a lot of mileage out of that.
Sincerely, like, telling that story like you had a genius idea, and then somehow making that a preview of the NWO angle is like levels, dude. Fuck, man. I think, yeah, Greg's definitely on there, and I actually think he's going to be, I think he might be tough to beat, to be honest. All right. Greg Gagne. Great call. Retro grapplers, Bobby. Who you thinking?
Yeah, this would be a good spot for Big Show. Obviously, we played his theme quite a bit. Also, the Grin Grappler that was pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, he hasn't popped up a ton, but like, well, we did do a Halloween Havoc 1995 Grin Along as well. He's featured there.
We did. Speaking of Grin Grappler, you know, I got the Electra episode's obviously iconic, but in fairness to Alex, he's not here to defend himself. I think maybe Shane. Maybe Alex has done enough to get Shane McMahon on the ballot. What do we think, boys? Are we just... Are we standing in? I wanted to be respectful of Alex. That's what I was saying. I don't think he should be. I'm just putting it forward. Do we all agree no?
No.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think so.
All right, cool. The Oracle of Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Retro. Who you putting forward?
Tank.
I should have said Kevin Koo from Modern. But
Bob didn't even try to nominate Shelton. It's over. He went to AEW, and Bob was like, fuck that dude.
He rules now, but we really do bits other than I like him.
Yeah.
Terry Funk's an all-time, you know, he's the greatest of all time. There's not so many bits about Terry.
Yeah.
No, but he's been talked about a lot on here.
He has.
True. Yeah. He's always referenced because he's the best. Honky Tonk Man, just because those funny clips.
Yeah, we played a few of those on the air. That's a good call. All right, I think both of those should be on there. To be honest.
Kawada, maybe.
dude, that one I posted recently, where he says that Bruce came up to him and said we need to get some publicity around the Honky Tonk Man, and Honky goes, some fucking TV time like hell. The aforementioned good brother Machine Gun Cole Anderson thought that was the funniest thing ever posted. It's very fitting too. Yeah, Terry Funk, Honky Tonk Man. I'm with it absolutely. Matt on. Yeah, on. He's like one of just them quintessential LNG wrestlers. Matt, there's another big one for you out there, right?
Kevin Von Erich,
who I think we may be able to, you know, we'll see what happens here in this next section, but I think Kevin has to be on there. I mean, a confirmed shoot favorite to say the least, right, Matt?
Yeah, we got a movie came out.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Kevin material early on. Some Grin Along stuff, I believe, with Kevin Von Erich. We definitely did. We did a couple episodes of the famed
main event
series.
That show was sick, dude.
It was. We should bring it back. We won't, but we should.
Actually, would be perfect for gold, right?
It would, yeah. It's a lot of work, though. I was trying to think of someone else, but I slipped my mind because I'm quite old. What about Sting?
Yeah, Sting.
Yeah. Sting. And look, this one's one where this is where the common sense thing may be challenging. Chavo Jr. has to be on one of these ballots.
He should be on there. Put him on there.
He's still around, but he should be on this one, shouldn't he, really? I know he still wrestles, but like he's a guy who's just making towns and as a veteran.
This is a good point. Like, what a payoff that was to the Kevin thing is he fucking showed up in AEW.
Yeah. That clip still gets posted too.
Yes. He'll be back too. Wait till he fucking is it All In?
He will be at All In, 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Who are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Kevin Von
Von
Erich.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, sorry,
that's fine.
sorry.
Oh,
Kevin Nash.
Oh shit, Big
Oh,
Kev.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Bob video
The
is
cameo.
dude. That's some of the most iconic Bob media ever, and we played that a lot on the shows, right?
Yeah,
Even
it doesn't really come from the show, but we played it on the show enough that
yeah, has to be right because if we played those honky tonk clips the same way. We played the Bobby ones,
I'm
right?
upset too, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Final call. We got 10. We got Bok, Greg, Paul Wyatt, Terry Funk, the Honky Tonk Man, Arn Anderson, Kevin Von Erich, Sting, Chavo Jr., Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
what a
That's-
list.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Dude, we did a whole color scheme for Brett.
Oh, that's
Fuck.
true.
Yeah.
I think Brett's got to be on there, man.
Read the list again.
Bok, Greg, Show, Funk, Honky, On, Kevin Von Erich, Sting, Chavo. I think On may have to get cut. Fuck. We put him on a tag team. Maybe we put him on a tag team. I don't know.
I'm gonna say, perhaps controversially.
Oh.
No, I've already changed my mind. I was gonna say that maybe we should take Paul White off because it was really his theme song that was over, but I forgot that I spent a long time calling him the best commentator.
Oh, yeah.
And we did an emergency live stream for some reason, like the guns turned on him. We did like an emergency show that night because we thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
I I just saw something that was. I mean, it's just random because I saw it because I was looking at text messages to make sure it wasn't important, and it wasn't. But it's interesting. Did you see Joker just had the first ever 30-20-20 game ever in the history of the NBA?
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God, dude.
Jesus.
Put him on there.
Dude, he is fucking. Good God, that's
What
wild.
a beast, man. He's
Yeah,
fucking fat and looks like he barely tries, and he's out there fucking.
come on.
He's got 31 points, 22 assists, and 21 rebounds. There's still 31 seconds left in overtime.
That's beast. Who are they playing?
Phoenix.
Mm.
Dude, that is actually insane.
That's insane. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
He also has 3 steals.
No, you're fine. That was worth bringing up. Holy shit.
Good God. What a player, man.
Yeah.
He rules.
Maybe he is better than Joe Embiid. I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers on this list, but in LNG law, I think Arn's got to get cut.
Yeah, it's Arn, unfortunately.
Sad. We just sincerely like him too much, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Tag teams. This is our last one that we're doing because the Grin one obviously is a different thing.
The FTR.
Obviously, the FTR
Yeah.
goes without saying. The fact that they're called the FTR being a whole thing, you know, it has to be, right? And so are we going to do Dax and Cole are both going to double up here? Is that what we're doing? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and put them in there.
Yeah. Bobby, you got any tag teams coming on?
Bobby?
Shoot and I were high on the Guns for a long time before they got good. I mean,
It's true.
Before they got good.
they got good. They got better, and then
They're good. I'm just saying the way you said that was the reason it was a good bit.
I forgot about that, Bob. Yeah.
we loved them.
I don't even remember it.
The Briscoes for sure.
Yeah.
The Briscoes.
No, yeah,
Briscoes.
they're there.
You know who should be on there, Joe?
Who, mate?
Just because? The West Coast Wrecking Crew.
Yes, they should. I agree.
Joe and I are
Yes.
the only people who like them.
In the world, yeah. I think it's us and Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
Big fans. What about if we're doubling up? I've got to say, and a timeline might not be quite right, but Bobby and I, this is a big one. What about Bliss Cross?
Yep.
A lot of mileage in that. Now, again, timeline slightly off, but we're doing old eras here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Bobby? How do you feel strongly on this one?
It's good. I think we should do it. We have gotten a lot of content out of them. You know,
Yep.
WWF was very bad for a while, and they were bright
Heard
spot.
that.
We
Yeah.
focused on them.
Well, you
and,
guys should probably put the Usos on there.
Jim and Jay? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought about them too.
I
You
guess
guys
what would
like
be
them
the
quite a lot.
Usos? Yeah, like they both have been part of bits too. Like Alex really got mad about me thinking Jey Uso was good that one time. Jimmy's
Yeah.
theme was over huge. The Usos, I think.
I'm pretty sure we did multiple bits early on about that people getting mad that the Usos were influenced by the Young Bucks, which is aged
Oh, yeah.
hilariously. But I'm pretty sure we did multiple bits about that for like the first few
fuck.
months.
Wait,
did.
what?
Remember how
Like Maven.
yeah, we did
Maven.
Maven.
Fuck.
It's
always next year.
Right.
remember there was I don't even remember how it originated, but the take that the Usos were influenced by the Young Bucks with the super
Yeah.
kick stuff, and everyone got really mad about it on Twitter back when our whole show used to be based on us just reacting to stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we did like whole rants about this, like multiple episodes we did this.
Like we were mad that people were mad, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how it wasn't obvious that they were clearly influenced by the
Yeah.
Young Bucks.
The funniest thing about that was like the Usos have always like just said as much. That's the funniest part of that bit. Like they're not.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I hadn't considered that part of the. When you say it aged hilariously, in what way? 'Cause you don't like the Young Bucks
Yeah,
anymore.
because I fucking hate them now, and there's no way in hell we're putting them on this ballot.
Two good
And then
ones
they're
in
going
the
to come
chat.
back soon, and I'm going to be like, well, maybe they're all right.
Deuce and Domino
Do it.
didn't translate to huge on air bits, but we did have some conversations, and recently they appeared on a Grin along, and I lost my shit. So
That's a tough one, because that's the argument of peak versus longevity. You know, because they don't have the longevity argument.
they don't. Yeah, I mean, we're reaching a little bit on tag teams. Speaking of such, Blake and Murphy.
That's before.
No,
Rice Man's
but-
got a good point here, though.
They should be on there. Okay, let's do
Yeah.
TH2. Let's we're at 8. I think we should put Blake and Murphy on, to be honest. And then
We did talk about them a lot.
And then we've got one spot left. Chris, you got any strong takes on this, the tag team?
The Midnight Rockers.
Oh,
Dude.
shit.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
24 hour. How much juice
Yeah.
you got that?
They got to be on
Fuck. Oracle, we didn't get Buddy Rose on the retro one.
there. We may need to put both those tag teams on there.
Yeah, we should. Let's put Rose and Summers on there. All right, cool.
Yeah. Who are we taking off?
I honestly think in LNG standing, I think Jimmy and Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love Jimmy and Jay, but I don't like... A lot of the bits of the Usos, for me personally, have been on Wrestle Purists as well. Which we don't have the footage.
It's true. Yeah, we don't own that.
Right. So we got FTR, Good Brothers, Briscoes,
FTR.
West Coast Wrecking Crew, Bliss Cross, Deuce and Domino. What match that would be?
Yeah.
TH2, Blake and Murphy, Midnight Rockers, Rose and Summers.
What a fucking list.
Hell yeah.
Boom. That's it, Wes. Boom. That's it. Boom. Covered across the board. Grinner will be next. We're not going to talk about that here, though, are we, boys? We're not going to talk about that.
Again,
You
I
guys don't
appreciate
know
it.
who it is.
I
Sweet.
appreciate it
It's my
again.
pleasure. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Fatal Influence, definitely a future inductee, I think, for sure. That sets it all up. Once this show is done, there will be a ballot emerging. If you're an LNG Gold member, you will have a chance to vote. Any tier, you're going to have a chance to vote here, okay? Almost 300 of you are going to have a say. But we have to stress, this is very important, I'm going to stress it on the post. Please vote on what you believe to be true and honest to the LNG brand.
Yeah.
You know, you may look at these names and think, can I really vote for Julia Hart to go into a Hall of Fame? And if you believe she's meant that much to the Late Night Grin, yes, you can. This is not for Cage Match. This is not for The Observer. This is LNG stature.
This isn't even about you. This is about
Right.
the
Yeah.
channel.
This is about the
This is about
world.
the show.
This Jules is one of my rare victories on this channel because I was championing her very early, and now she's won TBS championship, and
Yeah.
you know she does a spooky gimmick while having a teddy bear tattoo on her arm. Like nobody's doing it like her.
Yeah.
She also has kind of dropped the spookiness a little bit. Now they're just kind of badasses. Except she smiles a lot because she's babyface.
That's
A lot of
pretty
things-
sick.
Yeah. Very
The,
interesting. See, now it's the heart always wins.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's cute. The reason we say all this is if you're watching this, you've made it to the dance because you've actually finally made it to a Hall of Fame in which Greg Gagne may be a more legitimate candidate than Terry Funk. Maybe. It's possible. Anything's possible.
Joe, I hate to
Yes.
go back to Jules again, but this is
Okay.
this is literally just.
Do you hate to?
No,
do
I
you
don't.
hate to? No.
But have we really thought about the fact that like she's fucking paired with Buddy Matthews now?
Of
like,
course.
Like, how the fuck did that happen?
It is, yeah, no, it is genuinely funny. Jules, the fact that Jules, there's so many parallels with her and Elektra is fucking insane in the sense
Yeah.
that we used to do bits, man, and then she became spooky,
Yes.
and then she started managing Buddy Matthews.
What a time
Yeah.
to be alive.
We've had a great time, and this is the last episode of the. I will say I am proud of us though, because our favourite shows are always ones we get to talk about ourselves. What an incredible, like, inverted way to do that this was, huh? We did it, boys.
We have multiple nominees on this ballot from the AEW Dark Grin Along that ended because I got very mad that I couldn't watch the show because you guys kept talking about it.
Yeah, pretty mean guy, man. I'll be honest with you, pretty mean guy. All right. Again, ballot will be posted after this. We have a few minutes here, folks, and here's what we're going to do. The guys on the screen don't know this. We're going to do 5 minutes or so, impromptu, special treat for all of you because we're coming up on the year since we returned.
Revolution preview?
Ask Bob anything in the chat right now. Anything goes. Anything you want to ask the man, even if it's about the Observer.
I wish we had a...
Now's the time.
I
Yeah.
wish we had that DJ sound effect. That we
Oh yeah.
Ask Bob anything, and I mean anything.
Oh, baby.
You got
Doesn't
5
get
minutes
any-
or so,
Folks,
folks.
it does not
Let's
get
go.
any better than this.
Yep. God, we're at our best with our backs against the wall.
We are. I wish we don't even have the Bob
The Bob?
Play. anymore.
No.
We
We do have.
we had, oh wait, yes, I guess we do.
We do have this.
That'll work. Yeah. Hold on, this says Ask Bob. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, hold on. Hold
Yeah, go
on.
on, work on that.
I'm sorry, Oracle.
Yeah, I give it time, folks. Right. In the meantime, in fact, I'm going to wait for our respect for the program. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, there's some great questions already. Look at Bob's face.
All right.
Okay, can we get a
Oracle's back.
screenshot of this, please? Just look at Oracle. Can someone just get a screenshot of this? Look at Bob's no cell. Oh Jesus! Fuck.
I mean, I would hope you have some thoughts, Bob.
I mean, yeah, they're fucking garbage. What do you want, man? This whole thing's fucking garbage. The entire last 2 months have been fucking garbage. The entire next 4 years or whatever the fuck are going to be bad.
Bob, what's your top 5 favorite Observer stories?
I don't, that's a good question because I thought I had some and then I absolutely did not.
I'll leave this one. Roman Reigns or Kenny Omega?
Shit, at this point it might be Kenny again.
Yeah. That pendulum's actually swung dramatically to your point, to be fair.
Yes.
I'm going to skip a few more of these.
I
Who
did not
won a
realize
fight?
you moved me over here until I did.
Who would fight Travis Scott or Bully Ray? Great question.
Travis Scott's a shooter, man. You saw what Cody's face looked like tonight.
It's true.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, thoughts on the Mr. McCall LFG situation this week?
He's such an asshole, man. Just no reason to do. I mean, no reason to not just have 2 women on your show. Make it look like you have a quota by just having one. But Undertaker's a fucking asshole too.
This fucking rules, man.
Who leaked the Jade Cargill news to Dave?
Hard to say.
Yeah, I guess so.
That face made it seem like it was Bob, didn't it?
Look at Oracle. Fucking. He's on Bob's shoulder. Pulls on Bob Holly.
Good question.
He rules. He needs to come help Cody against Travis Scott, clearly.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, very big fan. So do you have any way to describe genuinely awful human being Hulk Hogan?
Thanks, Trey. I actually call him the immoral Hulk Hogan.
Oh, boy.
Oh, fuck. Hey, Bob, how did you get into wrestling media?
Thanks to Joe.
My bad, bro.
Yeah.
Bob, thoughts on a beer spring in WWE 2K25?
It fucking rules, man. All the DLC is good.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, New Jack being in is insane.
It is.
Does that
So
mean the bitch going to come out to do?
Yeah.
I would imagine with the partnership, they probably got it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Real quick, I pre-ordered the game and I got the early access, so I was playing it today.
Does
Is
it
this-
work?
More or less.
Good bit.
More or less. But they fixed something, and maybe they did it last year, and because I didn't get last year's game, but because it always drove me nuts in tag matches that the illegal man would constantly come in and break up your pin attempt. Well, now it's they can only come in once until there's a tag made.
Okay.
So
oh my god, the actual, because that's like a shoot rule up there, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there a rule? Yeah.
I suppose, supposed to be.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
god, what just happened on the screen? Oh, we're keeping this for the rest of the show. Yeah. Okay. Rocha said it was new last year. That's actually
Okay.
big because tag matches were fucking
Yeah.
insane before.
Because I was the second match in the showcase is Head Shrinkers and Steiners from WrestleMania 9, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna take forever, and it actually did not. It's
probably
Rick
huge.
Knox
You've
would
said
be
that.
fucked. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Well, or
Rick Knox would be fucked.
it's probably huge that Chris said that because our boy Steve tweeted today about how long it took him to beat the Steiner's head shrink as part of the game. Oh, well, that must be hard. Chris is like, no, they've actually changed it. It's a lot easier. Poor Steve, sweating bullets.
To be fair, I have to go back and do it again because there was one challenge in the match that I missed, but as far as like I said, I thought for sure it was going to take the match itself was going to take 30 minutes because trying to get it so that the other guy wouldn't.
So do you have to win? You have to reverse history in that one, right?
That one, yeah, you have to win as the Head Shrinkers.
Got you. Last call for Bob. Hey Bob, thoughts on the whole NBA media discourse? I don't even know what this is. Should I just leave it?
Yeah, it does suck, man. Like the inside the NBA guys, I know everyone thinks they're funny, but they have actively damaged the sport in the past few years. ESPN has damaged pretty much every sport they cover in the past 10 years. I hope when they move to NBC, they get some people who actually, want to grow the game and want to not just talk about, LeBron and everything he does, and just because he's not going to be around forever, and there's no next star that's going to be there. It should be Jokic clearly, but it hasn't been yet, and it just the media partners need to help a little bit. The players aren't blameless, but the media partners need to help.
Bob, did you see
Good
Charles
answer.
Barkley attack Kendrick Perkins last night?
I did not.
Oh, brother, you got to see that clip. I'll send it to you.
I thought that's what this comment was about.
Yeah,
No,
so,
I thought it was about because there's a lot of stuff.
That's the
Draymond
same-
did some dumb shit yesterday. The Stephen A. Smith stuff's been dumb, and it's been a problem all year too because no one cares about the NBA right now, and it's because the media partners are failing them, among other things. But that's a big.
Okay.
One.
Last couple. Hey Bob, what's your thoughts about your huge following in the Grin community? Great question.
The Grin community.
Correct. Good answer.
Great delivery.
Last one here. I know there's others, but we'll save them for another day. This
Hold
is
on,
really
we got
nice.
5 minutes left. We can keep doing it.
No, we got plugs, please. Please, plug.
Oh, fuck plugs. Let's keep going.
No. Oh, okay, fine. Okay. But this is a nice one to end on. Should we come
We're
back to
having
this
fun.
one?
We're having fun.
All right, Michael. I'll come back to it. Thoughts on Cena's heel turn?
It was good so far. I wish he was on television this week, but so far so good.
Who would win in a fight, Charles Barkley or Kendrick Perkins?
I gotta go with Chuck.
man, I don't know. Have you seen Chuck move around lately?
That's true.
Bob, thoughts on Seth's punches?
He sucks, man. He's bad.
Bob.
Like,
go on, carry on.
no, I mean, he's bad. The opening segment on Raw was good, but he sucks.
Bob, punches.
Yes.
Thoughts on Joel Hublot?
He's okay.
Bob, big fan. Can you rank your favorite cookies?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Are we talking brands or are we talking like types of cookies?
We need some parameters here.
Okay, some parameters, please, Mangiana. Bob, did you watch Evolve?
I did not.
Liar.
Bob, what's your favorite WCW match of all time? Good question.
That is a good question.
Look at this fucking show. Look at it. The fact that we're just doing this is incredible. Yeah.
It might just be Flair Vader, like though just the whole show, like Starrcade and just the lead up. And I know the match, like there's better matches for both guys, but just I love how it's presented.
Oh yeah, it's
great.
great.
Bob, have you seen that Evolve promo where the fucking weird dude says hundo over and over again instead of just agreeing with what his buddy says?
No.
Oh my god. Gabe should go to jail.
Bob, favorite bold fraud?
It's got to be Dwayne.
National championship pick.
That's not nice to Jack Crosby. Come on, man.
I'm assuming it's for basketball or men's basketball or women's basketball because that's coming up. Women's, I'd like to see UConn win so Paige can go out on top. Men,
Soraya?
Relax. We're talking about student sports now.
Men, I got a feeling it's going to be Duke. I think the SEC beat each other up too much this year, and Duke has just kind of quietly been great.
Fuck Duke.
I know, I agree.
I hate him too. But
okay, so we got
Bobby's right.
Pedro says favorite Girl Scouts cookie, and Jumanji's going to follow up with any cookies you've ate for the past year.
Not in the past year, for the past year. So
yeah,
wow.
I usually just get like the regular Oreos. I'm pretty boring. I don't like the flavored ones or whatever. Girl Scout cookies, probably just the Thin Mints.
Bob, thoughts on the WCW Vault?
It's good. I still have it on right now.
Beautiful.
I haven't looked over in a while, but yeah, I got Thunder on.
Let's take on with this.
Thunder Rosa?
Bob, what's your favorite memory from LNG?
I think it probably is LNG 100. You know, Dax said we were coming back. We were all here. We had really a full house of, I think, everyone that we'd had up to that point. And it's a special time. And, you know, we're still here, still crushing it. And it's good stuff.
That is true.
That's what this show was. That was this was us crushing it.
Yeah.
My favorite LNG memory.
No one asked.
We haven't played it enough, in my view, so I think it's a good time to run it back.
You have no shot, pal. You're done.
Wow. It's a lot of tough talk from you, of all people. Because listen, if we get to the top of that stadium, if I'm going off, you're coming with me. And here's the thing. I'm going to not have you hit the blob down there. I'm do you right on the concrete.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know what? You chat.
He broke up. Look what happened. He broke up.
Fuck.
It never did get better than that, right? Like, there's
really
no way.
No.
The way the music matches the promo and it seems like it's been added in post, like...
Yeah.
There's a lot of tough talk from you, of all people.
It's gonna do you right on the concrete. One of the most insane
Oracle
things.
goes, oh!
Yeah. Yeah, the blob down there, which is a... Oracle did this weird thing about there being a blob. Like, that actually wasn't Bob's fault. That was Bob responding to...
But because no one's actually seen the full thing now, it makes it even funnier. It's 39 seconds long, and like every piece of it, there's something in there that's funny to me. All right, there you go, folks. In all seriousness, we should say it is kind of crazy that next week will be a year since we brought this thing back. That does feel wild to me, and then I think of all the shows we've done, it kind of makes sense. But it is bonkers, and we are very, very thankful for the support. We're going to do some plugs getting out here. Before we do, I should announce, well, I can't really announce, but I'll suggest Next week's
thank
Grin.
you in advance.
Yep.
Oh.
Next week's Grin is going to be very different. Maybe.
It's gonna be good.
It's going to be very late for those of you in the States because I think we're going to proceed with the New Japan Cup Grin Along. 4 quarterfinal matches, Goto and Nagata for the title. That's the card next week for the
Holy
New Japan
fuck.
Cup.
March
And then we're going to
Madness.
try and do that. Should be very, very fun. So that'll be next week's show. Okay.
Bobby,
What's up?
Like you
you had your head turned.
Oh yeah.
Do it again. Now open your mouth like you're gonna take a bite out of it.
horror movie visual. Oh shit! All right. Let's do some plugs going out here. Kris Bordine, tell the people about your latest, brother. Go for it.
Yeah, again, Chris's base covers this year doing all things 1985. This week I did a kind of an obscure one. Is everyone on the panel familiar with Michael Bolton?
Yes.
Yes.
I am. Yes.
So I'm sure everyone remembers him from the 90s being like the sappy love song,
Mhm.
you know, how am I supposed? Well, most people don't know before he was that guy, he was like hard rock, heavy metal guy.
Oh my.
And so
I didn't know that.
yeah, he was. And so he released an album in 1985 called Everybody's Crazy. And so I did the title track from that album
Oh shit.
today.
Nice.
So it was
Deep
fun.
cut.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
And as I've said before, folks, channel linked on our channel. If you scroll down to the Grinner's Home Promotions gimmick, you will see it there. Okay. Confirm shoot. Anything you want to plug?
Tuesday, 5 p.m. WCW Lives episode
Boom.
15? 14?
Gotta be close,
15?
yeah.
We're coming off of a wildly successful week. One of our best nitros ever. And then a wildly successful Global Mayhem show.
Oh yeah. Actually true, hilariously.
Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. So, thank you to those of you who watch every week. And if some of you are interested in watching two fucking dorks book WCW for 2 hours on TEW once a week, then that's the show for you.
It is indeed. And there are many shows on Gold, including this Sunday. Revolution, Grin Along, Oracle. Anything else you'd like to plug?
No, not really. I will be here live at about 7:30 Eastern time. I imagine the AJ Big Boom AJ tag will main event the pre-show.
I believe so, yeah.
And I think we'll jump on for that. Maybe, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'll be there. I have just purchased. And yes, I'm using Triller because there are some subscriptions that I do not pay for that I do not want to pull out of other people's bank accounts. So I have paid for the show and we'll be there on at about 7:30 on Sunday, and then 2 weeks from tonight, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, right, for the late night.
Yes, sir.
Fuck, I gotta do another show in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you got to see who's going in, bro.
God damn, man.
History. you can do the speech for Bach if he goes in.
Or just leave when he doesn't.
All right, folks, there you go. Obviously, lots of stuff coming up. On Tuesday on LNG Gold, we have a shoot fight Grin Along with Alex, Steve, and Julio, which is going to be awesome. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. And the big thing I want to stress is next week's Grin may be, and probably will be, in fact, a New Japan Grin Along, so it'll be slightly later or earlier, depending on where you're at.
What's the shoot fight thing?
So to promote the Tough series I'm doing with Alex, we're going to watch some like an MMA playlist on LNG Gold.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thought it might be a
which-
Jade thing.
Not Dr. Dev's going to be there.
Holy shit, he's going to be on our channel?
Yes, he is. Yeah,
Are we paying him?
absolutely not.
Okay, good.
Bob,
Yep.
one final question. What should the people do after this video ends, mate?
Go ahead and smash that like button. Leave a comment. That helps. I
Odd
think that's it.
numbers.
Subscribe.
Right.
Odd numbers.
If you click the button, do not click it again. If you do click it again, then click it again one more time.
Yeah, it's
then
13579.
Yeah, if you accidentally double click it, then click it again.
So stupid.
Like, make sure it's highlighted, right, Bob? Like, if you've done it correctly,
Yep.
the button's highlighted. Make sure that the thumbs up is high. If you accidentally click the thumbs down, no, unclick that.
No.
Click the thumbs up. When the show ends, because you can't do it right now, but when the show ends, you leave a comment.
Yeah.
You say something like, I don't know, Jules in all caps, something like that. Odd numbers.
Odd numbers only, folks. Odd
5,
numbers
7,
only.
9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21.
Look at this show right now.
You got to do it.
All right, look. I'm
One
aware
other
this.
thing. Hold on,
yes?
Joe. One other thing.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
If you are not a subscriber to Late Night Grin Gold, do that.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
We're giving you this show for free. Think
Yeah.
about how much better the stuff that you got to pay for is.
It's
It
even
has
good.
to be.
Occasionally,
It has
it's good. Yeah.
And you can't vote if you're not subscribed.
That's actually
true, too.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
want
true.
your voice to be heard?
Yeah.
I know a lot of you are younger and you don't necessarily like to vote. And look where you got us. So sign up for Late Night Grin Gold and vote.
You know, this is the 151st episode of this program. I'm aware what I'm
Jesus
about to say.
Christ.
I'm aware what I'm about to say is alarming. This may have been the most absurd show we've ever done. And and again, the reason I think that's likely is the real part of the show was us deciding our own Hall of Fame nominees.
Yes.
That was the legitimate part of the show. You know, that was like right, boys, let's get serious for a second. All right,
And then
folks.
look at the screen right now. And we've just had it like this. For...
The fact that any of you are watching this right now baffles me, but we are very thankful for it. We hope you have enjoyed it.
Does say a lot about you, honestly.
But we're going to love you and leave you. Keep grinning. All how, and enjoy this outro, folks. Good night.
Bye.